So hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I just want to talk about shotguns because shotguns are amazing, and recently we had a huge shotgun buff and I couldn't be happier. I love shotguns, and if you see me in game, there is about a 95% chance that I'll be sporting one of my shotguns right now. And I'm not saying I didn't use shotguns before this buff. I used them quite a bit, but in higher level missions it felt like it was never worth it to have a shotgun. Alright, you're in Void and there is a level 60 bombard standing right there. You have to run up to him and shoot him in his face. And that's never a good idea, right? Shooting a bombard in his face from 2 feet away usually ends up with you laying on the ground being kind of dead. But with this buff and with the change to damage fall off, so it can't go below 50% of your weapon damage, it's fine. You can essentially snipe with something like the Heck, because it does a heck of a lot of damage. I'm gonna punch myself for that later. But you know, you can still do some decent damage at range, but when you're up close, that's where you shine with a shotgun. Alright, the closer you are, the bigger holes you blow into them. And sniping with something like the Hag was actually why damage fall-off was introduced into the game, because when I started playing Warframe back in summer 2013, Hag was pretty much the best weapon in the game, and it was one of the best sniper rifles, if not the best sniper rifle in the game. At that time, it had bigger magazine than any of the other sniper rifles, it did more damage, and it was effective without zooming in. So it was just better than any of the other sniper rifles. This is why they introduced very high pellet spread on many of these shotguns, and why they introduced damage fall-off for them as well. And while I'm talking about Heck was actually the first weapon I've built in Warframe. After purchasing all the MK1 weapons and then the upgraded weapons for credits, I decided to build Heck because I thought it was amazing. But as I started getting more and more weapons, you know, like Boltor and Soma, and as they started introducing more and more weapons, I kind of stopped using the Heck. Because when compared to something like the Boltor Prime or Soma, it was just bad when you compared it to those weapons, right? So I kind of stopped using it, but then the Scattered Justice mod came out from Steel Meridian, which adds 200% multi-shot and the Justice proc, and that kind of revived Heck and made it sort of kind of maybe viable, and I started using it again. And I absolutely love it. Now, even though I love the Heck, there is one thing I can't stand, and it's this. The sound. For me, it sounds like someone punching a cardboard crate, and that's my only real issue. But with a shotgun, you know, if your shotgun doesn't sound like a god slamming a car door, that's an issue. Now, this sounds like a shotgun. Yes, the Strun. This is the Wraith variant. And this is the weapon that kickstarted my love for shotguns in Warframe. I mean, I loved shotguns before this. The first shotgun I fell in love with was probably the shotgun from Doom. But this is the weapon that made me get Heck, and Comb, and Dracoon, and the Tigris, and Boar. Yeah, I have a lot of shotguns. And apart from feeling like a goddamn shotgun should, and sounding like one as well, I really like the new reload mechanic. Now, first of all, I am a chronic reloader, and I've been really bad with reloading since, like, I don't know, Counter-Strike 1.5. Hell, I've probably died more times in Counter-Strike due to me reloading all the bloody time, rather than due to my own overall incompetence. And with the Strun, it doesn't matter when you click the reload button. You're gonna fire off one shell, click the reload button, fire off another shell, click the reload button. It doesn't matter. Alright, and I really like that. In the Update 17 video that I made on patch day when this was still broken, I was talking about how cool it would be if they allowed us to fire off every single shell right after it's been loaded into the shotgun. So if you're being cornered by something and you don't have any shells in your shotgun, you can just quickly throw in one shell, kill whatever it's cornering you, and then reload as you're running away. And that's what you can do with the Strun. And I really, really like that. And moving on to the final shotgun I want to talk about in this video, the Tigris. This thing does so much damage. I mean, it's rank 23, and it can still one-shot the Stalker. It's ridiculously good. Pellet spread, amazing. Damage, ridiculous. Only the pellet count isn't too high, so it doesn't benefit as much from multi-shot, but it does enough damage. It doesn't need more pellets for multi-shot. And by the way, I built all my shotguns for maxed out damage and reload speed. So I always have primed point blank, Hell's Chamber, then I have tactical pump on them, then I have all the elemental mods. For the Heck, I have Scattered Justice, which is the Steel Meridian mod, And then I have one of the 3 damage increases for the different damage type. So for either slash damage, puncture damage, or impact damage increase. And my voice is acting up, bloody hell. So, what do I like about the Tigris? Well, the fire mechanic is interesting, but because I like bows, and because of the way I play with bows, I'm used to it. Right, I picked up the Tigris, I was like, alright, this is how you do it. Because with bows, I don't find a target, then pull the bow back, and then fire it. No, I pull the bow back, then I look for a target, get it into my crosshair, release the arrow, poof, dead. Right, and with the Tigris, you know, you just fire off one, then you look around, then you fire it off, you know. It's very easy to adapt to if you've been playing with a bow like the Dread or Paris Prime or the Cernos or whatever it's called. I don't even use that bow. And another thing is I really like how you can front load a lot of damage without using any fire rate mods with Tigris, alright? By just tapping the left mouse button, it goes pow, and it fires off both shells. And whatever you're pointing at is dead. It doesn't matter if it's a level 100 bombard or a heavy gunner. If you fire off both shells with Tigris, they are dead. There is no other state they can be in. And that's it for this video. I thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.